Hello and welcome to the Indian Express. Let me first begin with the exclusive video of the 2-kilometer tunnel to Breach Candy from Marine Drive. The Indian Express reporters traveled through this tunnel, and it just took 3 minutes and 20 seconds to complete this entire journey. So let me bring my colleagues Nayonika and Pratip in this conversation, who have got exclusive access to this tunnel and some exclusive footage. Nayonika and Pratip, for commuters in Mumbai, it's a boon. So how was it covering that distance in 3 minutes?
It was nice. It was fascinating, especially because we have been following the project since day one, which was 2018, since the first foundation stone was laid. So it was nice. It was fascinating, especially because this is the country's first undersea tunnel, which passes beneath the Arabian Sea, and also it is one of the few tunnels that passes both from underneath the hill as the sea. So it's a 2.07 kilometer tunnel. So yeah, it's meant to provide seamless connectivity within Mumbai, within the city itself, and also in a way, this project is an engineering marvel. So that's what.
Yeah, so talk to me about the details of the tunnel.
Project is being constructed by, like, the parent of this project is the Mumbai Municipal Corporation, which is the Mumbai city body, and the one who is constructing is L&T Larsen and Toubro.
Like we said, it's a 2 kilometer long tunnel, of which 1 kilometer runs under the hill and about 900 meter runs under the sea. So, the average depth of the tunnel is about 17 to 20 meters under the sea level, but it hits the peak depth under the Malabar Hill, which is around 67 to 68 meters. And besides that, what is interesting about the project is that it has a diameter of about 11 meters, which is the largest cylindrical tunnel in the country, which is being dug exclusively using the TBM tunnel. I mean, we do have tunnels with a larger diameter, but they have been dug using the conventional methods, and for the first time, we are using this technology, and it's the largest.
Okay, so how long would it take to dig that wider cylindrical tunnel?
It took exactly a little above 2 years. So there are two tunnels that run parallelly to each other. So in a way, so the boring for the first tunnel began on January 2021, and it ended around January 2022. And the tunnel boring machine, which is the TBM, is the largest that has been used in the country's infrastructure history so far. So after the boring for the first tunnel was completed, the tunneling for the second tunnel began after like 6 months after that. Since it took we had to dismantle it, then again reassemble it. And the boring for the second tunnel started around April 2022. And the final breakthrough of the tunnel was achieved on May 2023, May 30, 2023. So it took around 2 years and 1 month.
Okay, sounds great. Can you also take our viewers who are not aware of Mumbai geographically, where all the tunnel is connecting the commuters?
The tunnel originates from near the Islam Gymkhana, which is the Marine Drive, and then it moves northwards. So it starts, then it goes beyond the Girgaon Chowpatty. From there, it goes under the sea. Then it travels underneath the Malabar Hill Hanging Garden. Then it moves further northwards towards Breach Candy, and it comes out from the Priyadarshini Park, which is in Breach Candy. So from there, the next phase of Coastal Road starts, and it goes ahead and then merges with the famous Bandra-Worli Sea Link, which I'm sure everybody has seen. If not in real life, then in movies.
Okay. And when is this going to be operational? You also spoke to the senior tunnel engineer, Namkang Chok.
Yeah.
So what all details did you gather from him?
Besides the fact that it is the first undersea tunnel, it is also a lot of many other firsts which have been tried. For example, like an interesting feature is, typically if you're inside a tunnel, you tend to feel very hot and stuffy. But inside this tunnel, when we were walking, it was very cool. It was breezy. And when we spoke to the tunnel engineer, the expert, Namkat Cho, he told us that it's because they've deployed the use of a Sakado ventilation system. Now that's being used in India for the first time. And like traditionally, you'll see these huge jet fans inside the tunnel. This is unlike that. You just need, there are just two systems put up at the end of each tunnel. What it does essentially is that it sucks in the clean air, firstly. And secondly, throughout the tunnel, you've got vessels and with fans, which sort of through which it injects the clean air, which has been, the air which has been sucked from outside. It is injected throughout the tunnel, through these fans, through these nozzles, basically. So it's well ventilated, and it also helps in terms of safety in case of a fire, because whenever there's a fire, it pushes in more air from outside, and the smoke sort of moves out the other way, making, clearing the pathway, enabling passengers to use the fire extinguishers and other apparatus which is being provided within the tunnel. In terms of safety, for the first time in India, they're also introducing something called the fireboard technology. It is a Belgium system. It basically, I mean, in the most simplistic ways, it can be described as a fireproof board. It looks like a wooden board, except it's not. It's made out of calcium silicate. And when you're inside the tunnel, you'll see that the entire concrete lining of the tunnel has been sort of lined and layered with these fireboards. So what it does essentially is, in case of a fire, the fire will, the fireboard will protect the concrete layer from getting damaged because it is fireproof. So even though it's a Belgium technology, it was first it was tested first and foremost in IIT Roorkee, and the engineers working on the project told us that, while the testings, they exposed the board to very high temperatures around 1200 degrees Celsius, and despite that, the fireboard remained intact. All that happened was, after 3-4 hours of cooling down, it had developed some cracks. So you can imagine, in case of even a major fire inside the tunnel, it will only the fireboard is going to develop some minor cracks, but the concrete lining is going to remain intact. And also, they have provided cross passageways within the tunnel, and that's another aspect, safety aspect, that the project has taken into consideration. So all in all, there are throughout the 10-kilometer long project, there are some 10 cross passageways, but within the tunnel itself, there are around 6 cross passageways. And what it will do is that it will, in case of an emergency, it will allow the pedestrians and the vehicles to sort of cross over to the other tunnel. Because it's like a normal cross passageway, except it's different, and I don't think we have anything like that in
cross passages are
in the
there, but
country,
so many
right?
cross
right
passages. Yeah.
within the tunnel. We don't have as
And also,
many.
and also the fire safety mechanism that she has said already is going to prove a little bit beneficial, a lot beneficial, because in tunnel, in case there is a
Yeah.
petroleum tank jo hote hai, so in case there is a accident on that, and it will not affect the tunnel, and it's under the sea, so if any crack, it will create a blunder. So
Right.
all these things have been kept on mind while doing this.
So that's one interesting thing.
Yeah, that's actually something unique. And apart from that, can you also walk our viewers through what other things that you experience, which one might not experience when they are traveling through a tunnel, apart from the breeze that you're talking about, and the ventilation and the safety measures that the construction company has taken?
Definitely seamless connectivity. I mean, you can't imagine, reaching
Yeah.
Breach Cannery from Marine Drive in just 3 minutes and 20 seconds. And also, let me tell you, this is the maximum time, because when we were traveling through it, a few of the ancillary works are also ongoing, and the average speed that we could maintain was around 50 to 60 kilometers in our vehicle. But speaking of which, when the tunnel becomes fully operational, the average speed is going to get increase. So it can become 65 to 70, or it can become 80. So during that time, the travel time might be much lesser. And also we traveled on a Saturday afternoon, if I'm not wrong. Saturday afternoon,
Right.
yeah, Saturday afternoon, if I'm not wrong. And still, in a Saturday afternoon, it takes you around 30 minutes to from Marine Drive to Bridge Candy, and you have to bypass 7 different traffic signals. But in a weekday, in the peak hour, it takes so much more than that. So I think this is the biggest USP, because because this is going to take a lot of vehicles off the road, and also it will bring down automatically the fuel consumption, carbon footprint, and everything. So in a way, these are the facts that I would say. And also it is toll free. It doesn't involve any tolls, unlike the because again it covers travel within the city. So this is in a way that how it will like improve connectivity in a like larger scale.
Wow, so that's a respite for commuters because you're beating the traffic.
Yeah, in a way, yeah.
Yeah, especially in Mumbai. I mean, anyone who's living in a metropolitan city, that's the biggest battle, how do we get out of the traffic?
Yeah.
So also tell me, in your report, you have also mentioned somewhere that it will be opened only in a specific time, at a specific time. So is there something like that?
The tunnel will be operational between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. So initially the first date of commissioning the tunnel was on November 2023. I mean the whole project. I mean at least partially. So but the deadline was like deferred by 6-7 months because there was some issue with the fishermen and everything. So design change had to be imposed and everything. So now the new deadline was February 1st week. And during the February 1st week, the tunnel will be operational only partially because while one side like the one side of the tunnel is ready, the ancillary works and the balance work in the other side is still going on. But the tunnel is completely it's fully constructed, but there are other aspects of the coastal road project that is yet to be done because the tunnel is 100% complete, but the overall status of the coastal road project is 84%. So all these the remaining balance works which require civil works and heavy lifting or materials and everything that will be taken up late at night, since because during the day if you do such kind of heavy lifting, there's a chance of accidents and all this on that road. So especially when vehicle will be passing through it and laborers will be there, and all the vehicles will not be they will not be traveling at the average speed. They will be 50-60 kmph minimum. So that is why they are top tabling the proposal to keeping it operational only from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., which is the peak travel hour in Mumbai, and that too from Monday to Friday. So,
Okay. So that information out there for all the viewers who's watching this video, and we have the exclusive video of the tunnel, which will be operational from first week of Feb, right? Right, Pratip?
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Nayonika and Pratip. We are only a few days away from the opening of this unique tunnel and leaving all of you with this exclusive footage that the Indian Express has accessed. Thank you so much for watching.